With the police and criminal activities, and two persons believed to have masterminded a recent serial kidnapping of children in Accra have been busted by the Accra Regional Police Command. The two, Ernest Abochi, aka Ernest Kwabena Kumsin, and Isaac Inti, were arrested on Sunday after kidnapping their fourth victim, for whom they were demanding a 5,000 cedis ransom.
The kidnapping scare reportedly began on Sunday, December 1 from the International Central Gospel Church. The police said the suspect took a 3,000 ransom from the victim's father, but kept his mobile phone, which was with the victim at the time he was kidnapped. Police investigation revealed that the suspect then used the phone as the main means of contact between them and subsequent victims' relatives on Sunday, December 8th. Sunday, December 15 and Sunday, December 22. 27-year-old Ernest Abochi, a.k.a. Ernest Kwabena Kumsin, and his unemployed accomplice Isaac Intie picked two other victims from the Winners Chapel and Grace Outreach Church and succeeded in taking 3,000 and 2,500 cedis each on the 8th and 15th of December. All victims did not report the case to the police, fearing the kidnappers will kill their children. This prompted the Accra Regional Police Command to deploy personnel in over 70 churches in Accra on Sunday, December 22. Whilst this was ongoing, the suspect went to the Lighthouse Chapel branch in North Kanishi and with the same method enticed the victim with an iPad. They then called the parents and demanded a 5,000 cedi ransom. Luck ran out on them when the police got wind of the incident and placed surveillance leading to the arrest. The Inspector General of Police called for public vigilance and thanked the media for its support in fighting crime.
I wish to assure the general public that together the police will continue to strive to make Ghana safe. And to the miscreants and criminals, I wish to warn that you can run, but you cannot hide. We will always get you.
Ernest Abochi, a.k.a. Ernest Kwabena Kumsin, and his accomplice Isaac Intie are being investigated and will be put before court in due course.
And many happy returns.
All right. So we just saw the story about some kidnappers who have been arrested by the police. But I know that the parents did not first inform the police. Am I right? They went to pay the ransom. Do you think people are losing interest in the police service?
Oh, that is not so. It is I think the first two ones are the ones that the parents did their own thing, and that is wrong. But the one that led to the arrest of the people behind, that is the one that happened yesterday. The parents informed the police immediately after the child vanished. So it is through the efforts of the police that we were able to rescue the child and also arrest the perpetrators.
But going back to those who did not inform the police first, do you think they didn't believe the police could help them?
I don't know what might have informed their action, but I don't want to suppose that is because they have lost confidence in the police. If there's any era that confidence in the police is soaring, it is this era. But whatever it may be, I think it is wrong for anybody to have sidestepped the police to do some of these things. At least we have demonstrated over a period of time that the police are capable of handling all situations.
Why are they targeting churches? Is it because of the affluence in the church?
Not really, but because in this time, I mean in this festive mood or period, these are the places where we have gathering, I mean, of children, of people, and that is where he can easily lure a child away and perpetrate his this thing on them. So I think it's because, and so we are even calling on members of the public, parents and guardians also to watch school also. When the school opens, you realize that they may also go there under the guise of people who are coming to pick the children from school and also do the same thing. So mosques, churches, schools and other gatherings, social functions, people are going to go out during this Xmas to various social functions. Whilst there, they tend to lose a little bit of attention, and that is also a place where their children could be adopted from them. So we'll be
delving into Operation Father Christmas, which has been launched by the police. Exactly. But before that, what advice would you have for parents and children when they go to church, when they go to school? Who should they listen to and all that?
A lot. In fact, in the first place, we have been touring churches to conscientize them, sensitize them about this trend of crime that we have. And because of that, a lot of churches have put some security measures in place where people are giving cards, corresponding cards. One is given to the child that you have brought, and one is given to you who brought the child. So when it is time for you to come and pick them, they look out for the corresponding card before they give it to you. So we are entreating public, parents and guardians, to give basic security education to their children. They are not too young to pick such pieces of information. That when I take you anywhere, be at the place. Don't stray away. If you stray away, you put yourself in danger. And whilst you are there, make sure that it is me, your dad, your brother, your sister, or somebody that I have designated to pick you, somebody who picks you always, who you should allow to pick you. Don't yield to the bait and entreatment and enticement of strangers who will come saying that, oh, your father said I should bring you this in the car. He says you should bring me, I should give you this thing to bring to him. Don't go. They should shun strangers.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that advice. Now, DSPU, the police launch Operation Father Christmas. What informed that name? Don't you think people would think it's Father Christmas for the police to take tapes and all that? Who is watching the police?
A lot of people are watching the police. The public are watching the police. They are much alive to their rights and responsibilities. Operation Father Christmas is a catchy word. We have the legendary Father Christmas who goes around during Xmas time distributing gifts.
Okay. All right. So you're still watching TV3 Midday Live, and we are with DSP Sefa Sata, who is telling us all about Operation Father Christmas launched by the police. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to continue. Thanks for staying on. We are in the studio with Police PRO DSP Sefa Sata, and before we went on break, he was trying to tell us why we shouldn't believe Operation Father Christmas is not an attempt by the police to make money on their own, to take tips from drivers and all that. So if you could continue from there.
So, as I was saying, we know about this legendary Father Christmas who distributes gifts to children and people during their Christmas. So in essence, what we want to say is that this is our gift, our Christmas package for the people of Ghana, and that it entails ensuring an incident-free Xmas. And the details are that we are going to provide security on our highways, because a lot of money and goods will be shuttling our highways and our second-class road, third-class road, and even feeder roads, because a lot of people are going to come to the market, go back and do final business for the Xmas, and the criminals might want to strike them there. So we are not creating a room for them. Patrol team are there. Another one is that we are also taking charge of our communities, security of our communities, because a lot of goods and money will be in the house. People are going to leave the home to the marketplaces, shopping malls, and other things. So the criminals might want to take advantage of their absence and rob them. So the police will cover the place also. Then we are talking about shopping security. Goods and people will be going to the city center, shopping malls, and conmen, tricksters, bag snatchers will also think that it is a fertile ground for them to work.
Yeah, so I said, who is checking the police when they stop the cars with unlicensed number plates and all that? I mean, there are evidence that sometimes they give the police tips and so they get away with it. Who is checking?
You must check the police. Members of the public must check the police. They must desist from giving the police officer any tips, any bribe. They must desist. If you are forced, if you are forced to pay, I mean, you take the necessary identifications and then report to the police. Once you do that, definitely an action will be taken against the policeman who misconducted himself that much. So you as an individual, as a member of the public, you owe it as a civic responsibility to the state to check bribery and corruption. So check the police officer. When you do so, you will get somewhere.
Okay, so it's just 2 days to Christmas. We've seen the policemen around. I've seen them around a lot, directing traffic and all that. I mean, we can see them. But these are some communities. What about the flashpoint areas? For instance, Dansuman and Ashaiman. 3 days ago, I know some staff of TV3 were attacked at gunpoint. So some of the flashpoint areas, and especially our new communities where we don't have police presence there, the place is dark, and armed robbers take advantage of those places.
Yeah, that's
are
why
you extending the
yes,
services there?
I was mentioning the various packages that we have in place. I said we have highway, we have community, we have shopping, we have entertainment, security, and the rest. So we are taking care of our communities also. The fact that one incident happens does not mean that we are not there. We are everywhere to ensure that we create a congenial atmosphere for people to go about the festivities. You realize that this time around we are getting very, very few incidents of crime because the police has taken over. Yes.
And in terms of accidents, how have you been able to
accident is
control
also
that?
very crucial.
It's part of the package.
A necessary part of the package. And you realize that comparatively until this morning or so, when I heard something on a motorway, it has been quite peaceful, and it has been quite minimal because the police are everywhere on our roads in our city checking vehicles, the condition of the vehicle, whether they are roadworthy, checking individuals, drivers who are in charge of these vehicles, whether they are suitable, whether they are permitted to drive the kind of vehicle they have, whether they have the license that is required to drive the vehicles that they have, whether they themselves in person they are sober enough to drive, whether they haven't taken alcohol. I mean, they are not doing so under the influence of the alcohol. So you realize that we are inconveniencing members of the public a little just because we want to ensure that there's incident free. So we are doing a lot of motor checks. We are checking people as people proceed. Yeah, we are checking them, and it is delaying a bit, but we want to entreat members of the public to forgive us because it is in their interest of their safety. So MTTU activities are very rife.
All right, so before I let you go, 24th night we're going to have people using firecrackers, and we know that you said the users, the producers, the manufacturers, the sellers and everything will be arrested. How is that being effective?
Yes, we are reminding the general public that the ban on firecrackers knockout is still in force. And that the police will be out there to check against those who violate this ban also. Firecrackers like artillery shells, ball and canister and the rest. There are a few that are exempted. And because they don't pose any danger to lives and property, so they're exempted.
DSP, why do we allow it to come into the country in the first place before we check?
That is the conundrum that we all have to solve. We are working together with our colleagues at the port, the custom, excise and preventive and the rest. We are working with them to ensure that we cut down on
because
it.
Despite this ban, we still see people using it every time.
Exactly.
And it's
some of them might have been imported much earlier. And so we are saying that if you have in your possession these knockouts, the banned items, explosives, deposit them at the nearest police station so that you absolve yourself from any blame.
Right, very much. Thank you, DSP Cephas Arthur, Police PRO, and he's been telling us about the police Operation Father Christmas,
Exactly.
Operation Father Christmas. So if you see policemen on the street, it's nothing. It's their Christmas package for us. They say it's not for them to make money, but it's for them to protect us. And then you, as a public, you should watch the police. You should make sure that you don't give them tips. And when they ask for the tips, you should take their identity and report them.